Hello everyone, welcome to the 6th episode of the Clicker series. In this episode, we will be adding in some audio. So this includes the background music, the clicking sound effect, and the upgrade sound effect. After that, we will create some powerful upgrades. So for example, when we reach, say, level 10 and level 20, so during certain intervals, we can purchase a powerful upgrade that will double our clicking power or double our gems per second. So we will be covering a lot in this video, so let's get straight into it. So first, I will create our audio variables. So this will be the BGM. So we can say new audio and pass in the URL. So this will be an assets, audio, and bgm.mp3. So we can see over here. Okay. And next we have the clicking sound. So const clicking sound equals new audio and pass in the path. Okay, so this will be click. Okay, and we also have the upgrade sound. Okay, just like that. Okay. Now with those declared, I can make some adjustments to the volume by doing bgm.volume. And we can say something like 0.2, which means 20%. And we can copy this, or not copy this, sorry. We can go down to our setInterval function. And over here, we can say bgm.play. Okay, so this will kickstart the background music if we press save. Okay, we can hear the music. Nice. Next, I want to add the clicking noise. And to do that, if we go up here to the increment gem function. Oh, I just realized I made a little mistake. That should be a slash. Okay, so inside here, we can say clicking sound.play. Just like that. And if we save, I'll just turn down this volume a little bit. 0.1. Okay, so we can hear the clicking sound, but we can see that if we click too fast, the sound doesn't actually match with the sound effect. And the reason is because we have only created one instance of the clicking sound. So in order for this to play, the previous instance has to be finished playing for the new one to play. To fix this, we can just copy this inside the function. So every single time we click, we are creating a new instance of the clicking sound. Okay, nice, it is working. Okay, and lastly, we have the upgrade volume, the upgrade sound effect, sorry. So if we take that one as well, okay, and okay, so finally we have the upgrade sound effect. So we take this and then place it inside here at the very top. Oh, we should actually make it inside this if checker because we don't want to play the noise if they don't have enough gems. Okay, and I'll just add the audio inside here. And we can say upgrade sound.play. I'll change the volume a little bit. Upgrade sound.volume equals 0.3. Okay. Okay, nice. Cool. That is working as well. So next, let's add in our powerful upgrades. To do that, I will first declare some new variables in our upgrades.js. Okay, so I will create a new array. So I'll say export const, and this will be the power up milestones. Actually, I'll say power up intervals. And inside here, I'll just put some numbers. So like this. Okay, so basically every time if we reach these intervals for our upgrades, then the player will be offered a powerful upgrade that they can by, and that will significantly increase their clicking power. So we also need to declare some, okay? So now we have to declare the actual upgrades. So inside the clicker, just above the gem multiplier, we can create a new array, and this array will be called power ups. Okay, so this will be an array of objects. So the first object will be the first upgrade, and we can say call this one 2x clicker, give it a description of double your clicking power and a multiplier, and this multiplier will be 2. Okay, so I will just dupe this one 3 more times. Oh, put a comma here. I'll dupe this one 3 more times, and inside here I'll say 3 times, and this can be 2 times, and this will be triple your clicking power, and multiplier will be 3. Okay, I'll just do the same thing for the pickaxe. So if I come down here and paste this array, we can say 2 times pickaxe, and over here we can say pickaxe, and we can change this one to efficiency. So double your pickaxe efficiency. Okay, so now we have declared all of our values. We can come back to the index.js and make some pretty big changes to our buy upgrade function. Okay, so when we reach the interval, so for example, when we get to level 10 over here, actually I will just change this volume down a little bit too. Okay, so if we get to say level 10 on this upgrade, we will be offered the power up. And when the power up is offered, I want to change the border color of the upgrade container as well as the background color for this little div over on the right side, and also the description inside this div. Okay, so in order for us to get those variables for an individual upgrade, we need to define some dynamic values. So if we come over to the paragraph tag, we can give this one an ID of double curly braces and name and next p. And over here for this div, we also want to change the background. So you give this one an ID of name and next level. Okay, and finally, we want to target the upgrade container. So this one, we'll give it an ID of name and upgrade. Okay, so now that's set. We can come back to our index.js and declare those values. So we can say const upgrade div equals documents dot get element by ID, and this will be a temporal literal, and inside here we'll say mu.name, and over here we can say upgrade and copy this down 2 more times, and here we can say next level div, and this one can be next level paragraph. So this will be dash next level, and this one will be dash next p. Okay, so now we have those values declared. We have to start thinking about how we're gonna handle the logic. Okay, so first we need a way to figure out when we have actually reached the intervals, and to do that we can declare a new variable, and this variable will be called index, and this one will be power up intervals. We can import that, check if it's done correctly. Okay, should be good. And we can say index of, and inside here we can pass it a parse float. Okay, and inside this parse float we can say mu.level.inner HTML. The reason we parse float it once again is because this by default is a string, and the values we've set inside our upgrade.js, they are integers. So that's why we parse float it. Okay, so this line basically grabs the index of our current level inside of the array that we defined before. And if the level is not inside this array, for example, if our level is 7, it's not inside the array, the index will be -1. So that makes it really useful for us to check if the current level is within the array we declared. So we can say if the index is not equal to -1, that means we've reached the interval. Then we can say upgrade div.style.css text equals to border color, and we can say orange. Okay, and next level div.style.css text is equals to background color, and this one I want to give it a dark orange, so we can say something like CC4500, and also give it a font weight of bold, just so it stands out a little bit more. Okay, and inside here I'll say next level, and below that I'll say next level p.inner text equals mu.powerups, and we can grab the index. So for example, if we've reached our first interval, then the description that we'll show to the player will be the first description in our upgrade. So it will be this one, and it will be this description that we will show. Okay, and we'll say .description. All right, cool. If I save that and just give it a try, if I click, okay, yeah, we can see that the text have changed, the background color have changed, and the border have changed. But it is showing up one level later than we are expecting it to be, because we actually wanted to show up at level 10, but right now it's showing up at level 11. So I just need to move the level in front of where we declared the index. So that way we're adding the level first and then we're declaring the index. So now that we try, once we reach level 10, we get this pop-up. Nice. Okay, and I just want to change the styling of this a little bit first. So I want to go to styles, and over at the next level info, I want to say font size is 15 pixels, and the height I'll say 90 pixels. Okay, that looks a bit better. I'll say 87 pixels, and give it a border radius of 2 pixels. Okay, nice. I think that looks a lot nicer. Okay, so moving on from here. Okay, so after that's done, we can say mu.cost.innerHTML equals to math.round. We want to change the cost to a lot higher than it would usually be because we're giving such a powerful upgrade. So we can say mu.parsedCost multiplied by 2.5, and on top of that, I'll also multiply it by an exponential value. So this will be 1.004 to the power of our current level. So this will be parse float, and inside here we'll say mu.level.innerHTML. Okay, so this is just a handy little formula to control the cost. Okay, so now we save that and give it a try. So we click. Okay, so it's not increasing. And the reason is because we're also setting the cost down here, which is overriding this one. So in order to change that, we can have the other lines of code in an else statement. So inside here, we can grab this and copy it here. And also we can copy this one and put it here. Okay, and for these lines, we can get rid of them for now, as well as this one. Okay, so now we try again. So, okay, yep, now it's working. Cool. So Next, what we want to do is we want to reward the player with the extra clicking power once he's actually made the upgrade. Okay, and to do that, we need to duplicate this one and create another instance of this index before when we increase the level. And below this, we can check if index is not equals to -1, then we can open a parentheses, and here we can say upgrade. Actually, I'll copy this entire thing over. So over here, and the border color, we'll set that back to white. The background color, we will set that back to our initial color as well, which will be 5A5959, and the font weight will be normal. Okay, and over here, we will set the cost back to the usual one. So it will be mu.cost.inner.html equals math.round mu.parsed_cost times equals to the mu.cost multiplier. Okay, and below this we can open another if statement, and we can check if mu.name is equals to clicker. Then we will say GPC is times equals to the mu.powerups and grab the index dot multiplier, and we can set the text back to the default one, and this will be just like that, mu.parsed increase, and this will be gems per click. Okay, and else if it's not the clicker, if it's any other upgrade, then we can say next level p.inner.html is equals to this and plus mu.parsed increase and say gems per second. Okay, and now if we save and give it a test, so when we make the upgrade, the cost doesn't actually change. Okay, and the reason is because over here we forgot to add the times equals to mu.parsed multiplier. Now we save this and we try. Everything is working. Okay, now we click that. Our GPC doubles, but when we actually buy the clicker, the GPC doesn't increase. Okay, and the reason is because we haven't added the increase anywhere on our code. So at the bottom we can say if mu.name is equals to clicker, then we can say GPC plus equals to mu.parsed increase, and at the bottom here we can say GPS plus equals to the mu.parsed increase. Okay, if we save that and test. Okay, so that still doesn't work for some reasons. Okay, so our GPC is increasing by more than 1 sometimes, so the increase is going up, but it's not being reflected in the text. And to fix that, all we have to do is make another if statement inside here and say if mu.name is equals to clicker, then we can say next level p.inner. Oh, we can just copy this one actually. So copy that, and then we can copy this as well. So else we can just copy this. Okay, now if we try, okay, we can see it is increasing, and when we make the upgrade, so triple your clicking power, notice that our GPC triples. Alright, sweet. So everything looks to be working. Okay, but the next challenge is, how do we actually increase the pickaxe efficiency by 2 times? Because right now, we are buying the upgrade, but the GPS actually is not doubling. Another note is, we don't want to actually double the GPS because we only want to multiply the pickaxe efficiency, but the GPS will include the power from all upgrades, but we only want to double the pickaxe one. So we need to create an individual power for every single upgrade. So in the pickaxe, we can say power is 0 at the start. Copy this to all of our upgrades. So like that. Okay. I just remember we haven't actually created one for the potion yet. So I'll just make one right now. Okay, and change that to potion. And make some tweaks to this. Okay, cool. So now we have the power. We can come back to index.js. And within this else statement, we can say GPS. First, we minus the power, mu.power, and then we increase the power. So we can say mu.power times equals to the mu.powerups and index.multiplier. Okay, and now we add back the mu.power. Okay, cool. So similarly with this one over here, instead of just GPS plus equals to mu.parseIncrease, we can first minus the power like that. And then say mu.power plus equals to mu.parseIncrease, and then add back the power. Like so. Okay, so now if we save this and give it a test, so we can say 4.8.13 going to level 9. Okay, the upgrade is showing and it's costing a lot more. So right now the GPS is 47. If we click that, it is 99. Alright, cool. So that's working. But let's try to actually add some minor first. So if we do this. Okay, so now it's 70. Okay, so we get it to level 10. We don't want to double this value because this GPS includes some of the power from the miners. So if we upgrade, okay, cool. Notice that it doesn't double. It only doubled the power from the pickaxe, which is exactly what we want. Alright, so let me just quickly explain how this function is working. I know it's quite long to keep track of everything. So at first we declare our HTML divs. So since we have two if statements, so one over here before the level.html and one after. So basically this index will always be one ahead of this one because this whole thing runs before we increase the level. Okay, so imagine we are level 9 right now and the player requests an upgrade to get to level 10. So it will come here, it will run these lines of code, and then I will check for this line if index is not equal to -1. And since 9 is not part of the power up intervals, this code will not run. Okay, so now the level increased to the 10, and now this time, since 10 it is inside the power up intervals, this function will run. Okay, so it will run and it will turn the border color to orange and set the font weight to bold, as well as the background color. So if we check, so we're level 9 now, if we go to level 10, okay, so everything changes. Okay, so that's these lines of code. And then this line of code changes the cost to match the powerful upgrade. So we can see it went from 30 something, I think, to 72, which is correct. Okay, and we can check this else statement. So this else statement basically runs whenever we don't have an interval that's part of our power up intervals. So when we refresh, so from 0 to 9, since they're not included in the array of intervals, these lines of code will run. So this is kind of just like the ones we had before we made the new implementations. Okay, and now going down to these lines, very simple. If the mu.name is clicker, then we upgrade the GPC. If the mu.name is not a clicker, we upgrade the GPS. Okay, so going back to level 9. So now that we are level 10, if we now make a request, say we now make the request, then if we come down to the top of the function, since the mu.level.innerHTML is now 10, this index value will not be -1 because the level is inside our intervals array. So these lines of code will run, turning the border color back to white, like we saw before, back to normal, as well as the background color, everything like that. And if the emulator name was clicker, then we multiply the GPC. If not, we multiply the GPS. Alright, I hope that made sense. So right now, I'll just turn back the music and give the gameplay a try. So if I turn that one back, play that. Okay, and I'll just tweak some values inside of our default. So let me have a look. So 60, I'll change this to 480. This can be 32. And this one, I'll make it 42400. And this will be 410. And the next one, oh sorry, 4240. And this one can be 52800. And for this, we can have 5500. Okay, cool. So we come back to index.html and set this back to 0. Okay, save everything. Okay, so now we try to click on the gem. Okay, playing this through like normal by this. Okay, let's get our first upgrade, shall we? 08910, make the upgrade, GPC jumps to 26, nice. Okay, we can buy some pickaxes. 6, 7, 8. Let's get the first powerful upgrade. So 910, we can buy this. We can see GPC goes to 99. Okay, we click. Can get our first miner. Okay, click through. Nice, get some more clickers. Get the next upgrade. Triple the clicking power. So it goes from 39 to 120. Nice. Okay, let's get one more. 754. And it goes to 274. Nice. Alright everyone, that will be it for the 6th episode. Okay, and in the next episode, we will improve the styling of our upgrade container over here. And I will also add in some new pages. So for example, right now we are in the upgrade page, but I also want to make another page over here. You can click on this and this part will change. And that page will show all of the powerful upgrades that the user bought, just so our game is a little bit more reflective and more rewarding. And also we will add in some skills, which will be displayed at the bottom here, which we can buy and use to give us a lot of gems. Okay, that will be all, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.